Resentment can grow quietly without much warning after a storm. Mushrooms can too. Shiitake?
Hello there! Today we will talk about a topic that splits gamers in two with every big gaming premiere. I'm talking about glorifying games which don't necessarily deserve all the hype. Often people get lost in the facts, what is a personal opinion and what is an objective fact. Often big and established IPs are being praised even though they have a lot of flaws. And one of these games is Assassin's Creed, praised both by players and reviewers. It came out recently and is moving us to the feudal Japan, where you can experience a beautiful landmarks and a dynamical weather which is changing in real time while the seasons pass. And that's where you could finish this description to say that this game is fine. But besides positive reviews, game also has its flaws, and there's a lot of them. Many people are pointing at bugs and mistakes, which are characteristic for Assassin's Creed series. But in this game there is really too many of them. Story is believed to be flat and bland, and some of the creative decisions snap us out of immersion. And when you look at this game, you're thinking to yourself, why? Even though it has so many flaws, it's highly praised. Is it an effect of strong IP or maybe something more? Maybe all of the marketing around it is influencing the way we see it. Marketing is a very strong tool in the gaming industry, and it can convince you to buy a game even if it's not perfect. That's why it's understandable that companies are spending millions just to have some players play their game. Assassin's Creed Shadows was no difference because Ubisoft spent $2.1 million just to have content creators play their game. And one of these people were LolTyler1, who played this game for surprising 2 hours, and he earned $37,000. Round this number up and you'll get $19,000 for 1 hour of work. But really, the fact that some influencer played this game and he showed it as he likes it might be an important factor for some person to buy this game. Also think about the fact that there are people who are buying all the newest games and they are playing them, and there are people who in a year have time or funds to play only 1 or 2 big games. And the second person, if they invested their money, they are more likely to accept all of the mistakes and repetitive gameplay that this game has to offer, together with the badly written story. And that's the problem, because this person will not say that this game for me is good, but they will try to convince you that this game is good, objectively, without any actual facts to support it, just repeating the same things over and over again. Because now they are not trying to show their opinion, they are trying to shove the facts that they believe to be true down your throat. And the thing that inspired me to record this video is every frustrated comment every single time when there is a TikTok video that is negative towards Assassin's Creed Shadows. There is a huge difference between stating your opinion and stating something as a fact. First one is hard to discuss with, of course, if you're not YouTuber reactionist, but second one deserves to be verified. Even if I will tell you that I don't like how horse balls are shrinking when there is cold, then it doesn't matter, because it's 100% my opinion. And if you're getting mad over someone's opinion, then it's only your problem. You can't get mad on someone because they just like some game. And I'm not saying that you can't comment anything on the internet, just try to approach it as if it is really an opinion. Because what many people on the internet are trying to do is present some opinion as if someone was trying to say a fact. So for example, I say that I don't like Assassin's Creed Shadows. For me, this story is too stupid. And someone is instantly saying, you're not allowed to not like this game because graphics are amazing, because I'm having a great time, because this, because that. Okay, go cry into your corner. Definitely my channel is not a place for you to throw your tantrums and try to convince me that this game is the best game of the year. And it's very easy to do, especially if someone is uploading something to TikTok or to YouTube, because this person is not able to respond instantly to your comment. Like if I will now post this video on YouTube and you will nitpick this video just to find some proof that my opinion is wrong, then I'm not able to make instantly another video just to clarify that, and that puts the first comment in the much better position than the video itself. And I very often see comments on Assassin's Creed Shadows that I like this game, I like to play this game, and it's completely fine. But then I get to another video and then I see such an NPC comment that people that are hating either can't afford the game or just outright refuse to play it. And then this person is calling this game a game of the year, even though there is such a things like Monster Hunter Wilds, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, New Yakuza, or literally any other game except Assassin's Creed Shadows. But it's understandable, because people already invested their time, invested their money, so they want to be a part of something bigger, they want their game to be a success. So it's understandable that they will defend the game with every fiber of their being, but shouldn't we be more critical? Especially people who are using fact terminology when they are speaking about their own opinions. So for example, instead of saying I enjoyed this story, they will say this story was good. Once they even carried out such an experiment where there was a waiting room full of actors and there was one person who didn't know about it, and every time the bell rang they all stand up, and obviously this test subject also stand up. Slowly actors were leaving the room and finally this one woman was the only one left. How do you think? Did she stand up when the bell rang? Of course she did, like a ship on a wind. So the next time you will try to defend or attack a game, think to yourself, are your feelings about this game your own? Or are they like this bell, making you stand up just because everyone is standing? Other aspect of glorifying bad games is that it's affecting new players. If something is only starting to play games and they see that everyone is praising this one game and then they try to play it and they see that it's boring as hell, then he might think that this bad game is the image of the whole industry. And it's because someone followed, maybe paid, maybe not, comments on the internet and bought Assassin's Creed Shadows. But he couldn't return it because he already played 2 hours. This person made a serious mistake because that one image of a game will be an image of the whole industry in the future for him. But the truth is that games can be better, they can offer a more interesting story, better gameplay and less bugs. Just out of curiosity, if you would have to recommend one new game to the player from this year that he will remember forever, what would it be? For me it would be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, definitely, but when I look at Twitter and when I look at TikTok, I feel like some people think that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is nothing compared to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Even though Assassin's Creed Shadows was not even standing near to the Yakuza, to Monster Hunter Wilds and to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And of course you can complain about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 engine, about Monster Hunter Wilds bugs at the beginning of the premiere, but why should anyone accept the slop that Ubisoft is releasing every single year with games that are just repetitive mess? But hey, I understand why Ubisoft is doing that, because according to this rumor from January 14, 2025, vast majority of developers at Ubisoft are dead weight. They don't know how to do anything, so how do you expect these people to make an original, interesting game? And that's how we are getting to the creme de la creme of our gaming industry, and I mean developers and reviewers. And I don't know which ones are worse, because reviewers are often presenting their own feelings, the thing how they felt when they played the game, how was the wind, how was the weather, instead of objective facts that could help the player pick a game for himself, because to be honest that's what we expect from professionals. And then the reality is fact checking them when their game that they gave 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, like for example Concord, is being deleted after 14 days. And then we are getting to developers who just love to make informational bubbles to hide themselves from any criticism of their game. I mean, we all love informational bubbles, but in a highly creative industry like a game industry, feedback should be important to you. You shouldn't get mad like some of the developers when you hear it.
I am eager.
But hey, what can you expect from a person who is hearing praises at work, praises at Twitter, praises at paid reviews on the internet, and then they meet someone who is not paid, and then they are unhappy because this person is criticizing their game from top to bottom. And then what do? They blame whole community of some streamer, of some YouTuber for being toxic, and of course they blame this YouTuber or streamer for creating this community. At the same time not understanding that this community is with this guy because he says the truth, instead of believing that this guy has some magical power that if he will tell his viewers to jump off the cliff, they will surely do that. And I think that both customers and creators of gaming industry have to change a little bit for us to play interesting games again. And that's all from me. If you want you can follow, if not then not. Thanks a lot for watching, bye bye.